If 2024 was a difficult year for you financially or emotionally, that makes the two of us. We'll get into it. We're gonna start off with the bad, then I'm gonna move on to the good, and then finally, I'm gonna talk about some strategies that I personally will be implementing in 2025, and hopefully you can benefit from it as well. And before we keep going, I want you to start your year strong. 50% off for a limited time only on Freelance Colorist and Qazi's Toolkit bundle. QT, without a question, is Resolve's best look development tool to get high-end looks in minutes. And in my experience, speed will bring you more clients and quality will keep them loyal. And if you want to go from zero to grading like a pro, then look no further. Join Freelance Colorist. We have over 9,000 members using these products and getting killer results. So now it's your turn. Click the link in the description to claim this offer. For those that don't know me, my name is Qazi. I've worked with brands like ADIDAS, Amazon Prime, Universal Studios, and I make no bullshit, straightforward color grading tutorials so you can work with your dream clients. Let's get it. So if you've been following my journey, you know that I've been fighting the good fight. I cannot stand elitist. I cannot stand people that are in power and that belittle other people. And since God gave me somewhat of a power in this field, in this industry that is filled with envy and jealousy, I'm talking about the color grading world, I used that and I fought for others and I stood for others. And the entire idea was that if these guys can come for me, somebody who is prominent in the industry, what will they do to somebody who is just nobody? They're trying to come up. And finally, I feel like in 2024, these haters got to me. I started changing the type of content I did. I started doing videos that were more cerebral and less simplistic, which was my approach when I started creating content, because the entire ideology behind my brand is I want to take what makes me $100,000, $200,000, $300,000 a year as a freelancer working as a colorist. I want to take that and just give you that. Somebody can do it better. Somebody can talk about more technical, more sound ways to do something. The client doesn't care. What they care about is, can you get me the results? Anytime I worked on a gig where I got paid $3,500 a day or five grand a day, the bigger the client, the less they're concerned with your process. But 2024, I let these haters get to me. This is the result of it. We lost massive viewership. I'm talking about 67%. We went from getting 12,000 average subscribers a month to around 2,800. Our business was down over 80%. June, we came this close to closing our shop. The main culprit behind that was I used to do call to action, CTA, to like my course or my plugins. And I just got so much advice from people that are even looking out for me. And everybody's just like, hey, if he stops doing that, like, his channel will grow so much. Or if he stops doing this, like, I'll actually buy his product. And I mean, I heard it all. And the one thing, just a quick little tangent, the one thing that I don't understand is that, you can have big YouTubers, Peter McKinnon, whoever have you, like talking about story blocks for like 7 minutes in their video. Nobody cares. That's totally fine. I mean, they're getting paid. It's not like they're doing it out of the goodness of their heart. They're actually getting fucking fat checks doing that. Nobody cares. But then Qazi talks about products that he put his heart and soul into and that can literally has changed, not can, has changed people's lives. This is where people draw the line. And they're like, don't do that. Why are you doing that? Don't do that. You want to talk about some faceless corporation and sell their products to us? Go ahead, do that. Of course you have bills to pay. But no, you want to sell something that you literally put your blood, sweat, and tears, took time away from your family, from your kids, and put it into that, and you want to talk about that thing? No, that's a hard no. So with all of that, when I actually sat down and started figuring out why are the views down? Why are the sales down? What is really going on? What I realized is that this is not my channel anymore. This is like Anonymous47, the hater who told me what to do and shitted on me on Reddit and everywhere else. It's his channel now. It's somebody else's channel. I'm just a ghost in somebody else's basically body. People followed me because I got them results. Nobody just follows you on the internet because they just feel sorry for you. People follow you because they got something out of you and they want to keep coming back. Results are results. Nothing replaces that. Not only that we lost viewership, all those things happened, I lost my motivation. I lost my drive because now I'm just creating content based off of what Reddit tells me to do. I don't want to make videos. Next week comes around and I just want to skip one more week and one more week and one more week, and something had to change. So now that's a perfect leeway to the good that happened this year. So late 2023, my little brother and I went to this mastermind, and the guy who was running it is worth over $100 million. He had us do an exercise, which was come up with your $1 billion idea. And what you realize when you're talking about coming up with a $1 billion idea, that it can't be something, it can't be like providing a service, doing cohorts. You literally have to be in 20,000 places per day, maybe 200,000 places per day, every day for 24 hours to actually make $1 billion. So then how do you do it? You have to come up with an idea that can scale outside of you. So I came up with an idea of creating a SaaS, software as a service, like something like that can just live and breathe outside of the Cosman. One thing that you know about your boy is like, I learn and apply. I don't fuck around. So we did the mastermind. I came home, I got to work, and I started developing this tool. And we started on December 21st, I believe, and then it was completed late June. We worked endlessly on that. I mean, the amount of iterations that took place, I graded about over 14 projects, just really putting it to test, and the results were just mind-blowing. Because if you know my style, it's all about simplifying things, and that's exactly what happened here. I just took everything that was here and turned it into a tool that you don't have to have 15 years of Qazi's experience to be able to create really good looks, like really professional looks, because Qazi's toolkit came from a necessity. It wasn't a want, it was a need, because everything in the market so far is created by technicians, and it's missing that creative element. When I use it, I'm not inspired to use it. When I use it, it breaks and it does weird things because technically it could be sound, but creatively it's just not there. That is the void that was filled with Qazi's toolkit, because now you have a tool that is just so simple to use and gets you results that are just out of this world, and it took off. I mean, we got thousands of people using it already, and it was a huge success. And if it weren't for Qazi's toolkit, I wouldn't be talking to you right now. I would be like doing something else. Like, this business was gone. Like I said, in June, we came this close to closing our doors, and then Qazi's toolkit was launched in July, and it took off. So I'm proud of my team. I'm proud of myself for just keeping my head down. All the hate that I was getting and all the things that I was going through emotionally, this really, really helped me to just put my head down and keep doing what I love and keep creating things that will change the game for hundreds of thousands of people, millions of people down the line. Another major thing that happened is us creatives, most of us are control freaks. We just do not like to give control. We just think that whatever is in here cannot be done by anybody else. And that, I'm just going to tell you, is just not true. It's basically a lack of leadership, a lack of management skills, and not being good at delegating. That's it. That's all that there is to it. Because if you hire an employee and now if your work doubles, that shouldn't happen. That means you're just really bad at what you're doing. So you need to get better at it, because your employees should be mini yous. So my employees are mini me's. Like right now, the team has 7 total employees. Each employee is doing 10 employees' job. This is the kind of productivity that's coming out of this company right now. And that can't be achieved if I'm just trying to do everything by myself. Is the quality as good as if I would do all those things? No, it's not. I'm just going to be honest. Like, we're working on it. We're struggling through it. But day by day, I see the growth, and it makes me very happy. That is the investment that I'm making in my future to grow my brand. The solopreneur thing is just for the birds. Like, I did it as long as I could, but I genuinely had no life outside of work. This year, it's the least I've ever worked. I wouldn't go as far as the most money I've ever made, but we've done really well this year financially. And it's just so much more fun. You just don't want to do anything else. You just want to focus on this, because you just keep building it. You keep tweaking things and you see the results. You tweak something and you see the results. And it's so gratifying. I love it so much. Hiring people is difficult. When I started hiring editors for my YouTube videos, my YouTube views plummeted. And then I had to create standard operating procedures, or SOPs, to make sure that they work within what I'm comfortable with. Same thing happened with my ad team. Like, ad team was the hardest. Like, I had to change 6 different ad teams over the course of 12 months. And every time you bring on a new team, just be ready to drop, like, depending on your operation, but for me, it was like around $10,000 to $15,000 per new team, because they're gonna have to do R&D, run ads, get the pixel used to their strategies, and it takes time. So now just do the math. We easily spent over $100,000, $120,000 I would say, just in R&D to figure out like what works, what doesn't work. And I have to pinch myself, like this is kind of crazy, because if you would have told me that like back in 2010 when I was making $48,000, that bro, like one day you're going to be spending 120 grand just on research and like hiring and firing people and figuring out. I don't look at it as like a waste of money. That's an investment in my skill set, because the knowledge that I gained from that has gotten me to a point where the people that I'm working with right now, we're so locked in. And that just won't happen by reading books. I'm telling you, that won't happen by listening to podcasts and watching YouTube videos. That only happens when you actually do it yourself, because everybody's situation is different. And what I've gained in the last 12 months, I mean, the only regret that I have is, why didn't I do this 15 years ago? All right, so now let's talk about the future. So a couple of things that I'm going to be doing moving forward. I will not give a fuck about what people think, what kind of content they want me to create, what somebody's saying about me. I just want to put my head down and go, because like they say, if you have one hater, go get yourself two. That's how you know that you're winning. So I'm going to just keep my focus strong and just keep killing the game how I have been in this market for the last 5 years. Expect a lot more uncensored content. And when I say uncensored, I don't mean like I'm going to be creating shirtless, but I just mean like with my friends and with my family, I'm very open. So I have a potty mouth. And when I was a kid, like I was a class clown. And then even just among my friends, like I'm cracking dad jokes all day, every day. And I don't bring that side too much to you guys. And I feel like it's not fair, because I feel like a lot of you will relate and I will feel so much better. It would make me want to do more content, because at times, like I feel like I have to turn it on. I have to go into this proper Qazi mode where I don't cuss and I'm very professional, and I don't like it. I'm playing a character instead of just being me. And of course, it's gonna turn a lot of people off, and I'm gonna see comments like, oh, if you can just dial back the F-bombs, like blah, 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 then it's not your channel. Just leave. Like that's totally fine. You'll find somebody who doesn't cusses and all that stuff, and that's great. This is not your channel. Something that you guys should get super excited about is most of the content moving forward is going to be action-based. I want to get you guys results. I don't want to waste your time. I don't want to waste my time. I'm sick and tired of just creating tutorials, trying to be like others and trying to be like, oh, let's do this the difficult way. Let me show you how to build halation, this, that, and the other thing from scratch. It's just bullshit. It's fucking nonsense. Don't watch content like this. I'm telling you right now, once again, somebody who's made millions of dollars doing this is not how it goes. When you're working on a project and time is only shrinking more and more, the timelines that we're given. So like when you're working on a project, you don't have time for that crap. Like it just, when I watch that stuff, I'm just like, oh my God, you guys are just destroying this generation. Because of course everybody's gonna go and be like, oh, let me learn this one thing that somebody showed me, like how to create a fucking grain in 60 minutes or in 3 hours. I'm gonna have such a leg up. Trust me, bro. Like you upload something on fucking YouTube and grain is out the window. You can't even see it. Like it's so much garbage information out there about that kind of crap just to get more views and come off smart. Smart doesn't make you fucking rich. Anything that's complex will just keep you poor. And it will give you a lot of street cred around your peers, but it doesn't translate to the customer. Simplicity always wins. That's why Apple fucking wins. That's why Tesla wins. The more simple you keep your shit, the better. That's why the fucking Cosman crushed 2020, 2021, 2022, the most followed colorist on Instagram. It's not bragging if it's fucking true. And it's because I simplify shit. When you talk about Warren Buffett and when he gives you advice on what to invest your money in, he makes it so fucking simple that you think that he's not giving you the secret. But that is the fucking secret. And finally, I want to bring podcasts back. That's something that also made me so happy, because I would get messages like where people are just like, yo, we just drove from Utah and for 6 hours straight, we listened to your podcast and we're fucking hyped and I want to run my business and I want to do this, that, and the other thing. And I feel like it was providing so much value, and more importantly, it was food for my soul as well, because especially interviewing people, because I feel like it's just so much fun and it's the biggest cheat code to just download somebody else's experience. And I just want to expand. I don't want to just interview colorists. I mean, that's cool too, but I want to expand and I want to bring on cinematographers, directors, producers, editors, content creators, because I feel like this is where the world is headed, guys. Keep your mind open and do multiple things, not just one thing. Get better at multiple things. Like that's what's going to give you the edge. And trust me, it all comes around like a fucking donut. The mission is to get you results. There's so many exciting things that are coming. I'm super fucking pumped. If you're pumped, drop a comment below. And guys, most of all, take some time off. Just take a break from that fucking 2-hour podcast and that 8-hour artificial routine that everybody tells you you have to do. Take some time off, enjoy your family, enjoy good food, and have a happy early new year. I'll see you guys in the next one.